We're over here tapping in with KWJT, Puget Sound from space. I'm over here with Corey. You're tapping in with Tavares and sliding with Solana. Damn, that's crazy. I missed the whole intro. It's okay, KWJT. Sometimes life happens at you fast. Whole lot of love I want to start off this podcast with. Shout out to the Groovers who's been tapping in with 2022 Groovy Files. We truly appreciate you guys at home, and we're going to keep it groovy for y'all. Also, want to give a big shout out to Tranquil Forest. Always, truly, thank you for giving us the most punchiest weed out there. Continuing to serve knockouts. And without further ado, I would like to introduce this week's guest. We got DJ QJ up in the motherfucking building.
What's good?
Welcome. Ooh. That felt real good. That felt real slight.
Yeah,
I love it.
Do a slide on that.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, you got your news anchor on. I'm never gonna stop you from talking. As long as you're here vibing, the people will love it. How are you today? I always like to start there.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good today, man.
Yeah,
real chill. Put a bet in earlier, so
it's about to work out. Need the Chiefs to go up today.
I need the Chiefs to go up. I need the Chiefs to go up, and I need the Rams to go up.
Okay,
but not by a lot. I just need them to win.
You just need the Doves. Don't lose, yeah. Pat. If you're listening to this somehow, some way, just don't lose.
Yeah, just don't lose.
That's dope. I'm a terrible bettor.
Same.
So I just I try to stay away as much as I can, just because I got burned at a hemp fest one year in high school.
Bro, I got burned probably the same hemp fest, nigga. Was it a nigga in the all black
Nah, it was a nigga doing he was basically doing roulette. Like you pay $20, you move like a few, he gives you the 20 back.
Okay, yeah, no, it wasn't like that for mine.
So he was like, we maybe made 100, and then the game got like real carnival and the nigga took we had maybe like 300-400 between the four of us. The nigga was up that 400 by the time we left Hempfest, and then we were just like, this is in the first 15 minutes of just being there. Yeah, it's
literally the first stop of Hempfest.
We
looked at each other and we're like, we'll never gamble again.
We can't even buy a bong now.
Exactly. What the fuck are we doing here?
You'll never catch us in a casino.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's what the nigga did. It wasn't like that, but he had the little hat, and it was like, you got to follow the little napkin.
Yeah.
And he's like, and we're sitting there, we watched like 3 niggas hit, probably all his homies.
Yeah.
You feel me? All his homies, they're like, yeah, that one.
That one.
And nigga's like, bro, I've been watching. You can do it. You can hit. And I was like, all right, swear.
Yeah, whatever.
I got a little bit of money. I had like $200 on me or something. And I was like, but I was trying to buy a bond. I had plans with
exactly.
That. I had some big plans with that. It's like, yep, let me give 80 to this nigga. It's good. That shit, I was so mad. That nigga turned around 2 left, and I was like, bro, trying to talk to this nigga. Like, give it. I need that back, bro. Run it one more time. No, we're done.
Exactly.
We're done. Nigga just
fold up his body.
I was like, oh my God, I just got swindled.
Hempfests were good for the swindle.
Yeah, they was getting the underage motherfuckers.
They were
swindling.
They were fucking scouting.
Like, oh yeah. Let me get all these guys.
Right. There's kids coming.
There's kids coming. They look like
really act like you just won.
hey, bro, cook.
Yeah, bro.
Come real quick. Oh, $100.
It was like that.
Nah, fuck carnival games.
I'm not doing none of those bets ever again.
No, it has to be like.
I just started doing the sports bet shit like this last week.
Yeah, that's the only way they were gonna get me, and I've been thinking about it lately too.
Sport betting makes a lot more sense because at least you can it's some planning behind it. You can watch it.
It gives you a reason to watch more sports. It's
strategic.
It's good.
Yeah, you versus another nigga.
Adrenaline. You know what I mean? And the parlays, you could put a little bit of money on a parlay, nigga, and watch it all fold out and be like, oh my God, that last game might fuck you, but it was
still worth it.
It was the whole time. Your heart's like, oh shit, you're ruining conversation. Niggas over here talking about food. You're over here like, bro, I'm about to hit. Fuck everything you're talking about.
Did I hit? Wait. I'm doing an interview right now. Did I hit?
I'm up. I'm up. This interview is different now.
This is different now. Shit.
Man, before we really kick off this motherfucking interview, just like I'd love to do is let those listeners at home know who we got up in the motherfucking hot chair, the Talk Your Shit corner. Definitely one of the coolest cats from the TAC. It's been a pleasure to get to know you and see you out there in that field, whether it be hosting a set, you know, spinning the ones and twos, but also seeing you within your own community and supporting just the assurgence of where Tacoma stands out here in the Pacific Northwest, and it's a tall building, you know what I'm saying? Y'all definitely hold your own, and it's beautiful to, you know, see it unfold. So you know how my brother loves to start it, like, you know, where did it all begin for you, and how did it start?
Where it began really was probably back in high school. Really, my stepdad and my dad, they're both musicians already, and my granddad as well. That nigga's in like the Hall of Fame and like doing doo wop.
Oh, fire!
Yeah, with the harp tones.
Okay,
New York, just nigga, you know what I mean? And it was so crazy is that nigga, he did that. He's in the Hall of Fame, but he still ended up, he was driving subways and just, you feel me?
To
just
the bag.
pushing. He's still singing us to this day. This nigga's still gonna be, he'll tell you he sings and all that. But nah, so it was in my blood already. I kind of already just knew it, but it was just a matter of time for like me really realizing that's what I want to do and go after it. But I feel like it was senior year. I was going to a bunch of raves and shit, really, too. And that's what's crazy. I was going to raves and all that shit. And it was just like one day I looked over at the homie like, bro, I could just get the shit and DJ and like try to do this on my own. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? I got the plug. Like my nigga give me some. He'll start me off right. You know.
Yeah.
Because my stepdad's an engineer and all that. And so I kind of just put it together from there. And then what really made me solidify that it was for me though, I had a house fire. And after I got all the equipment, so I had my DJ equipment and like my machine, my beat pad. I'm just now starting to kind of get it, but I wasn't even really like all the way. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing still. Yeah. DJing wise though, I was kind of getting it down. I was like, okay, I can do this. And then I had a stupid ass fire, burnt everything down, lost it. So I was like, from that point on, it's like, if I go get this again, like I gotta. That's how I know it's all in. It's, you know,
so different now.
So, and then boom, now down the line. Linked with Phoenix, and it kind of just, we formulated 30 and it just went off from there.
Oh, damn. Gotta give the first hand clap before I start talking again. Gotta start there.
See, I need the headphones for that.
You know,
so you said that.
It's an appreciation. That's an amazing journey. Were you ever like building it out? Was it ever? Did it ever become too much knowing that you have such a legacy like behind you? Like, did you ever like, I need to be this level, I need to get there while you're building this out?
No, not really. It kind of just happened naturally. You know what I mean? It was just like, oh, this is here. The pieces just kind of fell.
Yeah.
The puzzle was right there, and here's all the pieces. It's like, oh, that one looks like it's it, and it just kind of kept going, like happening that way. You know?
Oh, that's fire.
So.
When you first was starting 30 and getting, how'd the team build together? Like, once you and Phoenix got together, how did the guys play? It was just very natural.
Yeah, it was just very natural. Sheed was already, me and that nigga was already cool.
Yeah.
Like, from 5th grade type shit. I know that nigga when he's in 5th
that's
grade.
fire.
So, like, I already know that nigga, but then we had a little falling out over some shit. Not over us, but our parents were like, nah, can't kick it with it. Because niggas were getting caught stealing and doing stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But and then it turned into just high school. Now we're in high school. It's like, nigga, you can't.
Exactly. That's my nigga.
That's my nigga.
That's my nigga.
Like,
exactly.
You feel me? And then it just made sense. He was rapping already. And, like, Phoenix kind of was just like, yeah, put this. Like, oh, you're making beats. I make beats. Let's do this. And we just kind of created a sound. It was like, we got to, like, start like this. And at first, it wasn't even that. We were called Bio. At first, it wasn't even 30. It was Bio, Brothers and Others, and then
that's fire.
Yeah, and then we kind of changed it up, went 30 route, you know. But it really, like, it all flowed together. Like, niggas would just be like, "Yep, Sheed," and then Keon came, and it was just like when that happened, it was like, okay, this is it, the core, and then Scoob came too. Like, it was all like. Literally a piece after a piece, like boom,
everyone
boom,
just came
boom.
along. They were just like, "Oh, this is what we doing.
Like, this is how it is. This is what's going on." And then it just was rocking from there, you know.
That's fire. When you started, like at that point, were you thinking about creating a Tacoma sound before like reaching out to anything else?
At that point, we only really had like one true sound, and it was "I'll Fight You." So it was like we didn't have to. We knew like our lane is not gonna compete with their lane, what they're doing. You know what I mean? We're on some other shit.
Yeah,
their sound is gonna be stick out on their own, and we're not sounding like that in no type of way. It was just like this is gonna be something that we can literally not mimic, but we could be them. Like we could be on their level, but in our lane.
Yeah.
And that's how it was. So it was like, yeah, let's run that, and then of course it ended up being cool. Like niggas already naturally. Knew. Yeah, natural.
That's fire. Where did you at that point were you working with Glenn at that point, or were you just all?
So at that point, I didn't know Chris P. I didn't know Glenn yet. I only knew Frank. I knew Frank from same childhood shit.
Yeah,
like fourth grade, like 4th or 5th grade. I known him for that long too. And then I met Glenn one time when I was a kid, but not like we weren't homies. Like niggas didn't know each other for real.
Just in the same city.
Yeah, we were just in the same room. Like my nigga's sister brought him over.
Oh, fire!
Like I don't know. It was just on some friendship. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. I was a young ass. Like I don't know. But they brought niggas back to the house, and then we met him there and shit, and it was cool.
Did you
actually rest in peace, Todd? Because I think it was Glenn and Todd, and that was City Hall. Glenn's first or Glenn's band.
Group.
Yeah, the first group he had.
Man, RP. Damn. Man. I remember Glenn sharing that moment with us.
Yeah, that's what I brought in.
So while 30's going on, how soon do you start like looking at other Tacoma artists? Like once you and Phoenix have 30 rocking and you guys are making song after song after song and shooting the visuals, do you like quickly start working with other Tacoma artists, or were you just locked in on that?
Just staying locked in with ourselves.
Yeah,
we weren't even really like looking anywhere else. It was like, this is it. This is right here. Like
that's hard.
Keep going, and then because we would discover new sounds as we went along. Like as it started, it was kind of like more on some chill shit, almost on some boom bap shit.
Yeah,
it was on some, it could be.
No, I heard
then that's when we came up. When we made the song "The Plug," and then that kind of changed the lane. It was like, oh, we can get on some shit like this, and it sounds like still like nothing that's out here right now. Or like, you know what I mean? It flipped shit, and it was like, okay, now we can run this, and now that's when we came up. Phoenix came up with the AM PM side. It was like the AM shit is, you know what I mean, that smooth shit, but you riding to, and all that, like, and then the PM was like, nigga,
late at night.
Like, you're at night, and we're going out. This is what we're putting on. Like,
that's a fire concept. Just to give that vibes and just show that the artists are like versatile on both sides. You need something in the morning, I got something for you in the morning, and then as soon as it gets dusk, like we need to change it. That's so creative, and just locking in with another person that'll push it to be like, let's diversify our sound. Let's give people like, I love when Washington producers give that, like, it's sunny here, but it's also gloomy here, and let's make the artist show that side that, we get really good springs, but it also get dark early in the winter. So I gotta give you that sound in the music.
It's cold, nigga. I gotta let you know that it's cold out here.
Exactly.
It's fucking brick.
It's brick.
No, I was having a conversation with a lady the other day. She was like, I'm from the Midwest, and I was like, yeah, but Washington get a different kind of cold. It's like in your body cold. It don't matter where you are, how many layers you got on. It's still freezing. Right. It don't matter. She's like, cause it's wet. I was like, I don't think it's wet. I just like something about the air just like cuts through your like everything.
Everything, bro.
Fresh, cold air.
It's like it's really like that mount. It's really Mount Rainier, just like saying hello, because it's really just like, it be cutting through.
Breathing. That's Rainier, like, I'm breathing. Exactly.
I got something for you.
Man, KJ, I wanted to ask you, as being a Tacoma native, did the stigma against Tacoma ever affect you?
Nah, that you don't ever really know about that until you like, I don't know, until niggas start tweeting about it, and you're like, oh, what? Like, there's, I don't know. When I go to Seattle, it's cool. Like when I do this, like, I mean, but and then you get it. Well, you don't. When you have the first show in Seattle or something, like that's when you feel it, and you'll be like, oh yeah, there is a little bit of a something, But then they catch on. That's the thing. then they'll catch on and be like, all right, like say for instance, like the first show we played, we were first, lights were on.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? It was like whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then the next show we played, nigga, we're like after, we're right before the man, and it's like okay, they seen it, they respected it, and it was.
They understood the grind.
They understood. Yeah, they understood, and they did it right. They did what they're supposed to.
I'll be definitely super honest on the pod. I kind of don't fuck with Seattle crowds, like at shows, and this is like show etiquette, and this is like, well, you know, truly, it does depend, but like being in that space and like being there where I help with sound, or being there where I'm on the stage, being there where I'm in the crowd. I've just come across where, you know, we can enjoy our time. We know how to have a good time, but it's not like a musical experience, you know? Sometimes I feel like most of these crowds come out to like turn up, and then it's like not about the music. No. Like you don't see everybody just grooving, like hearing the sounds, like listening to the instrumentals, bro. Listening to the artists. You're
gonna get a lot more of people sitting there though in the corner on some cool shit,
like
before you get
like right. And man, it can. I feel that's kind of why I asked you that question, because you see it from a different perspective, like. You see the whole crowd, and you know you work the crowd too, like being a DJ. So it's like, you know, I don't know what it is with the town. I'll be the first one. Hopefully, like, you know, we're out here trying to, you know, do good show etiquette. But like, man, like I don't see a lot of people having fun or like listening.
You really
to the
gotta prove your energy, bro. It's crazy. Like once you start giving out energy and like coming out with that shit, they're like, oh, this nigga's. He's fun. Then they're like, all right, let's rock with him. Or it's like, nigga, if you go out there on some cool shit, you're gonna get some cool shit back. Like, you know.
Do you find that that's the difference between like hosting in Tacoma versus hosting in Washington, or just general show?
Just kind of in general, but really on some Seattle shit though. Like one thing I noticed and like kind of helped though too. So Tacoma DJs, if you're listening, listen to this. You have to show your face. You got to show your face. I've gotten a lot of gigs that you might run into someone like, oh, bro, I was about to hit you. Like, probably weren't about to hit me if you didn't see me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I bumped into you, my nigga. Yeah, and you hit me. Now we're doing the show next week, you know? So it's important. You got to stay relevant. You got to let them know that you're still breathing in some type of way. It's like weird. Like, nigga, I'm here, bro.
You saw me last week.
Like, yeah, bro, just come to the town.
Exactly.
I mean, we got to come up here.
I love, but that's a true statement. I wish it was more back and forth, because like the vibe that you
pulling up.
Oh, you got to. The
that's
energy.
One thing I love.
The energy to
pull up.
The energy is pure. The energy is like for a fun time. Right. And I'm there anytime I'm like, all right, the homies is DJing or the homies is hosting, or like is it gonna be a bunch of like Tacoma homies in Tacoma? I know I'm gonna have a great time every single time.
Easily.
The friends I've met through the podcast and just having this opportunity has made me feel safe in the space. So that's why it's like mandatory that we have to like, and just like you said, man, just show that face, man.
Yeah,
it feels more real than, you know, like people liking the posts. And
so much realer than that.
So
like. Yeah, fuck that. You don't gotta do none of that shit. Like, it's like a share for share these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't
pop out to like buy a drink here. Like, first of all, the beers in Tacoma are elite because they only got the rare beers in the cut. Because Umi and Belugsby like always have like the rare beer out of nowhere. It's like, oh yeah, you can only get it at this corner store, and like over here it's like over here in the cut. I'm just like, damn, just like. I love that Tacoma reminds me of a big ass neighborhood, and every time I'm there, it's like being like the down the street neighbor coming to the block party. It's like every time it's like, oh, you don't live on this block, bro? Come by, bro. Yeah. We got cookouts. We know 10 different spots that you can come kick it and have a great time in every single time. So I love that since day one of just like going out there and just building that relationship. That's all it's ever been. It's always been like pull up to this event, like, oh, we're doing this, we're doing that. I love that the kindness is extended and not forced. Like, I've never met anyone in Tacoma or, like, had anybody walk up on me and be like, oh, bro, like, I like on some, like, forced friend shit. Like, it's never like, oh, I'm trying to fuck with you because you do this. It's like, oh, bro, I seen you take a picture with my homie, so, like, what's good, bro? Like, what's good?
You flicking up right now? You not gonna flick?
Oh, you got some ETC on? All right, yup.
Cool.
All right, yup. You cool, bro.
Cool.
Hey man, you was spinning that one song. What you know about that? Right. What put you
It
on
really
with
be
that?
like that.
And I love that energy is, like, throughout the city. So, like, I always say on this pod, like, Tacoma will run the state for a while. So it's because you guys are building in, like, true infrastructure into Tacomans. Like, the part about Washington that's always tough is, like, they give opportunities to people that usually aren't from Washington and aren't from Seattle and don't really represent Seattle in all diversities and ways. So it gets, like, really tough. I feel like Tacoma,
It's confusing.
Yeah, I feel like Tacoma always finds a way to push out people really from Tacoma and give that Tacoma voice. And, like, you guys call out, like, if people say they're from Fife, I always love the Fife jokes. It's like, nah, you're not from Tacoma, you're from Fife or Puyallup or Olympia.
Right.
And it's just like, it's not like to diss Fife or anything like that. It's just like, there's a different level of, like, bonding that Tacoma, like, thrives on. And I love it. And it, like, I feel like it bleeds into a lot of this podcast where we could just be like, I want to be homies with, like, everybody, and whatever, like, bridge that is not built, it's already there if you just, like, look up and look around. So I just love promoting that it already exists. Like, it's a lot easier to just drive that 30 minutes until you get once you pass Federal Way, you're in traffic. But, like, until you get to the Fed, you're pretty much smooth. It's like a 10, 15-minute drive anywhere. But soon as you pass the fucking, it's really like once you pass 138 or something like that exit, you're in traffic no matter what.
Yeah, you're in traffic.
130. As soon as I see 137 sign, it's like, skirt.
You're in traffic.
It don't matter where you're going.
It doesn't matter. You're sitting your ass there.
I'd be sick, and it don't even be making sense. I'd be just like,
it doesn't.
Why are we all driving slow? Oh, there's one semi.
That's it.
Go around the semi. The semi's not gonna hurt you.
That shit will never make sense to me. Traffic shit don't make
So
no
if you're
sense.
from Michigan and you moved to Tacoma, bro, learn how to drive, please.
Please. That's where it starts. Yeah, please.
You're from Minnesota.
I know
Even
we
if
ain't.
you're from Portland, hey, nigga, speed your ass up.
We're not flatlands, man. I know we're not plateaus and straight highways. Man, we curve and we're up in the hills, man.
But it's good though. Like, it's still a highway. It don't matter. Like, it
don't matter.
Still road. It does not.
Stop with the traffic.
Matter.
It never makes sense to me. I'm just like, why right here? Everybody got their brakes on. Every single person is just like, nah, we cruising to look at the casino right now.
Right. That's when you're truly in Tacoma. Once you get to that casino,
Like, everybody.
wow.
that's when you're like,
Oh my goodness,
They did a great job on this rebuild.
They've been
Man, for all the viewers at home, just want to wrap up what we were just talking about.
Okay.
Really, Seattle, let's go over. Let's stop being scary at home. Stop believing in what the outsiders are saying about our sister and brother cities, man. We all is what we got.
Make a steak in a bar. Like,
go pull up, meet some new friends, pull out the new Gore-Tex that you got.
It's a good tweet, though. Have you ever noticed, like, every tweet, though, that is ever like, bro, these niggas need to come together. As soon as Tacoma and Seattle come together, that's, and then it just goes up, and then nothing happens.
Yeah.
oh,
They're just like, yeah, retweet.
Like,
This one
we're
needs to happen.
aware, but
this
like,
one needs to happen, but
how do we execute that? You execute that by pulling up and showing face.
Yeah, we execute by doing what we do now.
literally driving south. And that's what's really crazy. It's a smooth drive. I don't even be like,
even that bad, bro. You go to Arizona or anything else, it's like everywhere you go is like 30 minutes away. Like if you're about to go to Tempe or whatever, if you're coming from Phoenix, it's still gonna.
It's a drive.
Get on the freeway and again drive.
Or if you're in LA, going anywhere is 45 minutes.
It's gonna take 45 minutes. So what the fuck?
You might as well go to the city that got cheaper alcohol.
Yeah.
And it's still just as lit. The scenery is what I really love about the scenery of Tacoma is that you guys still have all your old buildings. Mm-hmm. So it's still like hella beautiful. Right. Like all your buildings it's hella vintage. Yeah. But I would just say you guys like have upkeep and like having like they haven't taken away and like really responsible about like the business owners being allowed to like have that space and just keep it like this is what the city used to look like before all these random ass high rises. Right. And like I love that I can just drive through Tacoma and be like, oh, this is still here. It's probably been here for like 150 years, you know, like hella long since the city's been here. Yeah. And I love that feel through driving just as a stranger and just not really knowing where I am, but just knowing that it still feels like a city I grew up in, right. Which I find like really important. Mm-hmm. Just in the instance of like Tacoma, like history and things like that. I wanted to ask you about starting the post office because I haven't been yet.
You haven't.
I haven't. I keep getting invited by Tapo.
See, please. And that nigga, we've been slacking, bro. We need to get together. Like shit yesterday, last month, 2 months. You know? Yeah, it's like 2 months off of like a session that we were supposed to run. Yeah. We were trying to do like a 1-on-1, like we're gonna run a session down here and then we'll go up there, fuck with the gym. Like we do that once a month type shit or every other month.
That's fire.
Keep it going. So, you know, that's a start to that connection, you know what I mean? We're doing everything right. It's just a matter of time. But how that started and coming off the buildings too, like that's where my studio is. It's one of those buildings. It's been there for 100 plus, you know. It's been there for some time. And they got pictures of it and all that shit, how the streets look around it and all that. It used to be a courthouse, you know what I mean? Like a real deal. You had some real deal trials upstairs. They still got the courtroom and all that.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. They're trying to get rid of it out there. Like the tribes are trying to come take it, you know, put it in theirs. But either way, right now it's in there. It's cool. It's all part of it. But
the courthouse got to be like a stage or something.
Right. It was creative. Like it was a big deal. They had some big trials in that motherfucker, which is crazy. I'm like, here we are making music and you know the post office. And all right, so the post office it came about because me and Belugs, we had a night every Thursday at Shenanigans and Activities. No, that was the night. We had a night called Shenanigans Activities every Thursday at this bar, Half Pint. Just a little dive, you feel me? Just on some cool shit. Oh, but it was packed out every Thursday, like packed out. Niggas getting packed out. It was starting to get bad, like, and it got to that point. But anyways, on one of the days though, we were just talking. I knew he had his studio in Glenn's basement, and we'd be in there. And then I had my studio at my house, at my mom's house at the time. So I was like, nigga, just on some shit. We were just talking after the event. We're in a little alley and just talking. I'm like, bro, why don't we can get a space and just, you know what I mean, blah, blah, blah. And he's thinking I'm faded. And this is the night that I actually didn't even really drink at this event. And I was kind of just on like one, had like 1 or 2 beers. So I was cooling. I like tried to make it a point to not drink because I was getting fucked up a little bit. I was like, hey, having a little too much fun, but it was fun. Yeah. Right? It was all good fun. But so I'm like, nigga, let's just combine it. Like, what do we do? Like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, man, it sounds good, but I'll let you know, and, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right. A couple days go by, he's like, hey, bro, were you serious about that shit? I was like, hell yeah, nigga. That was dead ass. I know exactly what you're talking about. I was waiting for this call. You know what I mean? It did.
You got a little ash on your thigh. Oh, no, you give me.
Nah, so, and then it was just from there, like, where do we even do? Like, where do we even look? Where do we even, like, what the fuck? And it kind of just fell in our lap. Shout out to Rich and Desi. They had a spot before All-Star Vintage. That's a vintage store on 38th in the town. But they used to have a spot in the courthouse or in the square, right? Yeah. And they posted we need a neighbor. Yeah, we were like, we're looking for a neighbor. Boom, boom, boom. Matt's like, hey, shit, let me look at it. And it was crazy. We hit them up, got in there, and they already had 2 people look at the space. So we were like, oh, bro, it's a wrap. The price and everything, we're like, it's over. Yeah.
That's the good Tranquil.
Mm-hmm. Neither that. Look, I told him. Oh yeah, I did tell him. I told him my first time smoking. I held it off just for this right now. So, but yeah. Anyways, where was I at? My bad, guys.
You're the two people already looked at the space.
2 people already looked at the spot. And I was like, yeah, we're just thinking like it's over. Started looking at other spots, looking on Craigslist, like, what the fuck do we even type in, nigga? Studios? Like, what the fuck do we look for? It was like, it's good. But nah, and then they ended up not getting it and tapped back in and was like, you guys want it? And from there, it was just like, yeah, it's good. We didn't have a name for the first.
Over here again. Dotied out.
For the first year. We were just
it was just a studio, yeah.
We were just in the stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, from there it kind of just.
How'd you end up naming it?
How did we name it? It was we had a conversation. It was KP was involved with the name a lot because we were like, bro, what couldn't we name it? You know, it was like we got to a point we were about to do Parcel Studios at first, and then we were like, I don't know about it. You know what I mean? Like nigga, just call it the post office. Niggas always be like, you at the post office because there's a post office in. The building, and there's always been a post office in the building, like even from way back then. Like they had, it's crazy, bro.
It's always been
a post office too. They have little cameras, like the little slit cameras, like not even cameras, like the actual ones. And niggas would be watching you. It's like the whole mail room, like there's like you can go up this little ladder and you can see it. But how they used to watch niggas like carry the mail, how they handled the mail, all that shit, it was wild. Like you really had. People before cameras, niggas just watching you, making sure you didn't know where they are. There's a bunch of them all up there, and you can walk around it. So you don't know where these niggas are. Yeah,
staring at you.
You opening that shit? Yeah, you're out of here, my boy. We saw you.
We saw you.
Yeah, we saw you. Like, that's what it was.
Hey, what you doing with that pack over there?
Yeah, so
just someone above
like,
you.
Yeah, we're just like, let's just
call the post office.
We're at the post.
Easy.
Good.
Now that's fire. I was always like, I always was curious how it got its like origin name, just because it's like
it's already such a big thing. It's like it's hard. Why would you guys do that? I mean, you know, you guys are setting yourself up. Like nah,
it's a hard ass thing.
It's different, you know. I mean, it'll separate itself.
I feel like there's not many. I don't know of another studio that's named the post office that is purely for music and things of that nature. So and just the history of it. Tells the history of it is aligned in the story, so that's why it's a layup. No, you're good money. The weed is meant to be smoked.
We be poofing.
I know.
I
know.
It's okay.
That's why I brought the beer to balance out. You know.
I lost my lighter. Give me my lighter back, sir.
It blended in with the pants. Sorry.
You know the bedazzle. Bro, what? Just to touch on what. Hoodie were you wearing when you? Oh, that was Germ that blinded himself. My bad. With the basics.
Oh yeah. Wrong basics wear.
You know, and I'll blind you in traffic. You know.
Shout out to basics.
I wanted to ask you, how do you come about? You don't have to give us all the sauce, but how do you curate the playlist for a set? Is it based on venue or how are you feeling?
My niggas laughing over here, bro. It just be, I got so much music on my USB.
Mm-hmm.
You're
a file hoarder?
I just be going.
Do you hear,
at this point in time, like there is a time, like don't get me wrong, there's some sets I'm like, oh yeah, I need to put these songs, like I gotta go. But I stopped doing the order shit, like after I really started doing a lot of sets, because it was like the set's never really going in order. Like unless it's like a true set, like I don't know, like I'm opening for somebody and it's like on some, you know, because I do dance and shit too. So like I like to DJ house and all that. So if it's on a set like that, I'm probably gonna put it together in kind of almost order, but like I just know like my tempos. Like I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna make my way to here. Like I have to end here. You know what I mean? That's my goal. End right here and play all these songs as much as I can. You know, given the time I'm given. So. But then it became to like the rap shit, and like when I was doing all this shit, like this is knowing my music at the end of the day. It's just really knowing what I have on my drive, what I have, where it's at, and that's what I kind of just. I'll be winging shit sometimes, but it'd be working because I know my shit.
Yeah. Damn, that's. Hold on.
Ooh.
I got it before every time. I be getting so excited and not wanting to get the hand claps
I
off.
was like, yeah, I need some hand claps in here. What if I was the nigga that got on here and got no hand
Can we
clap?
can we get a double? Can we get a double hand clap real quick? Just real quick, because we covered a lot of stuff within the last conversation. So.
Yeah.
No.
And I really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Hell
because
yeah,
I'm like real into the mental game of musicianship,
Right,
and
how you break it down.
And I really like how curating a playlist. I don't know. It's that's like the essence of music right there, because it's like a composition of your favorite music, like
right.
And just knowing that as a musician myself, I'm like that goes crazy.
It does. It can get crazy though. You can make it crazy on yourself, bro. You know what I mean? You be like, fuck, am I forgetting this? I'm forgetting this. All these shit that you're worried about, you're probably not gonna have time to get to. You're like, damn, I could have. Like, you're not gonna do. You know, you're not gonna get there. You would have. I don't know. It's just
never worry about fucking up the vibe. Just learn pacing and shit like that.
Learn how to pace and just don't overthink that shit. Can't overthink it, because once you start overthinking, you start getting frantic. It doesn't look good. It doesn't get good. It doesn't.
I feel like that's a lot of stadium DJs. They get frantic and they just throw on whatever that.
It's like, oh shit, what? Finito.
Shit makes me mad,
but we're losing though. You're just like, I don't want to hear Finito right now. Right. You're blown the fuck out.
And they be throwing on Britney Spears right after.
Right after.
Like, come on, that's not
Where's
even the
the
good
vibe?
Britney
God
to the
damn.
chief. Like, there's a better Britney song to throw on after.
Now let's play Asshole by Mike Sherman after the Britney Spears.
You know, let's play the clean version of ass.
Dance. Oh, they gonna copyright.
Fuck.
Nah,
you gotta change the cadence a little bit when you do that. You got to dance.
I'm curious, what's your favorite hat to wear? Because you produce, you're an engineer, you orchestrate tapes, like you do it all behind the scenes. So like, what's your favorite? Like, what's the easiest and what's your favorite like zone to be in?
I feel like producing and DJing. I don't know if there's any order to that. There's some. I mean, I don't know. Just producing and DJing is really it, because I mean, engineering is fun as fuck too. Like, I love wearing that hat. I like that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I like to be involved. I like to be a little bit more present. You know what I mean? And in control. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not in control. I'm being an engineer and all that, because but you know, you have a lot more say in what goes on. You're producing. You're literally making the beat, bro. You feel me? Like, nigga, it's how you want it to sound, you know? And to DJ, like, there's moments though, like, yeah, I'll have a whole DJ run where I just want to DJ, like, you know, for a minute. And same with beats, and then it's like, oh, okay, I just want to make beats, like, kind of, you know, like, I just want to do that, but I still DJ and all that shit. But it's like my focus, I just want to make beats. But they're hand in hand with each other, you know.
I feel like they're both very vibe curations, because you're no matter what, you're controlling a crowd. Either you're controlling a crowd to future come out to DJ the same music, or you just like, this is what this sound should be in this room. Like, this is what we're gonna go up to tonight. Like, I love your versatility, and like, because I've seen you DJ from like shows, and I've just like random Tranquil events where it's just like. Yeah. The vibe is never like lost in any moment. Bro.
I don't know how though. That last Tranquil event,
it was just so much. Everyone was just so high.
And everyone was just so high. And then I started to feel like I was so high. And then I realized, like, damn. At the end of it, I'm watching the fight and shit. And I'm like, damn, I'm deep right now. I gotta get back.
Exactly.
I'm still like
north. They had us in the north of the north. I was like, damn. That was like a good 45-minute drive from my house. I could only imagine.
Bro, that might have been one of the highest sets, but it felt good. You know, I didn't know how it felt. It was just like everyone's high. Everyone's just needed something to hear. It's just one of those. Like, it's good.
Oh yeah, for a second I can hear a thing. Like one millisecond. I was like, oh, all right. I'm gonna put the weed down.
It was like that.
That's the hardest part about the Tranquil events, because you be like, all right, I'm not gonna get too fucked up, and then you're like, all right, here's another gram, here's another one, and then you're like,
here's this,
all right,
here's this.
I'm never like, I'm gonna smoke. Like you're not gonna like, I'm not gonna stop smoking because you're just gonna keep giving me these flavors. But like at some point, I always look at myself. I'm like, man, you're just fucking high.
You're just
high as fuck, and you're just like not home.
No,
like I like being high as fuck and just like, man, I just want to sit down on my couch and I'm just like, I'm not at my house.
It's either that or you're going to get super anxious and be like, fuck.
I got to go.
I just got to go. Like, I don't even know if I got to go to the house. I
gotta step outside.
Look, I need water. Drink that water. You're like, nah, that didn't do it.
It's not.
They be killing the water too.
Yeah.
It's this place. I gotta go.
It's the fucking place. I know it is.
No, it was a good thing the last one had at least a little outside joint where it was like,
that was cool.
Get some fresh air. But like at one point I was standing, because I always wear the nupsy in the wrong places. So I'm wearing my big ass jacket and there was hella people in there. So I'm just like moving shit around and I'm hella fucked up and I'm like, damn, I'm in everybody's way. Nobody can move around me. I was just get all anxious. I was like, all right,
look at that tall motherfucker. That's everybody thinking right now.
I know everyone's thinking about that right now.
Nigga all the way.
Look at him.
This tall ass motherfucker over there thinking about if he want to go home or not. Or if he should roll up another one.
Actually, you don't know what he do with his hands. He keep moving them back and forth. I can see him overthinking.
Bro, what the fuck?
Nah, but shout out to Tranquil always.
Shout out to Tranquil, bro. So much love to Tranquil.
They're fucking
like they get it, man. They get it.
Facts.
In so many ways, in so many angles. Look at me tapped in with like this is what they want. This they choose to do. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's really one of the
could have sold out
first brands I've seen.
I'm saying, and like lowered the quality, like stop fucking with. They have like a brand that everybody wants to be attached to, and they're so particular about who they uplift and who they connect and just like how they provide in the space. And the weed is fire. So they could have done whatever they want a long time ago.
Right.
And just been like, nah, we got the branding, everybody knows it's fire, we're gonna lower the quality, change the label, but they never like
you could do that.
They could easily do it. We've seen a lot of brands like, get established and be like, you know what, fuck that.
Oh, yeah, we got them wherever we want.
They're buying regardless. They're buying off face. Like,
right.
So I love that Tranquil has an established of like, we want the best weed. We don't give a fuck about anything else.
Nope.
We want people talking about us because we're the best, not anything else.
Mm-hmm. They be having stories behind the weed, why they did it, all that shit. Like, okay.
Nah, they're probably my favorite brand wise and quality wise, just because they're just the stories that they tell. They always try to establish some tie to the town or some like story here, which I just love, and it's all about just bringing other like creatives together over weed, which is like the fundamentals of why people smoke weed.
They understand how important it is to like. Not only to us artists, but to to artists. Like it's important to tap in and like really build a brand that way, because that's what niggas do, bro. You feel me? Like put on, bro.
Word of mouth. I've talked about Tranquil more like word of mouth than I have just like based on like their posts or like who they're attached. I'm just like, oh, the homies fuck with you. All right, I'm smoking that. Like before they have reached out, before it was like this established relationship. One of my pickiest homies who only smokes, my homie Julian, who only smokes like particular weed, and it's like, oh, it's got to be the best. Yeah. Started smoking Tranquil when he worked at a dispensary, and he was like, he would always bring, like, bro, you got to smoke. It's either Tranquil or downtown, and like, I like Tranquil a little bit more because like they at least have flavor. Like downtown is just like heavy hitting with you can't really taste the weed a lot of the times. Not to you still smoke downtown. I don't want you to watch this and get offended. You still smoke, but just like
downtown be blowing. But it can be like a little lack of flavor.
Yeah, just like we sometimes just go smoke. It's just weed. It's just nothing else.
That's it.
That's what we got for you.
But I remember that. I remember the those times though when it was just Tranquil or downtown, because my nigga Keon, he is the actual one who really put me on to Tranquil.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like before even tapping in or even knowing, it was just one of those. I wasn't even really buying weed at the stores like that, and if I was, actually I might have been buying just some whatever weed just to smoke. I was just smoking it. I just wanted to smoke. But then once I was like, okay, smoke that shit. I was like, okay, that was it. I think it was the Wookiees. Yeah, something like that way back then. I was like, all right. From there,
Wookiees is fire.
It's him.
I want to get into the Tales of the T.
Okay.
What made you start the Volume 1? And I really love the rollout of Volume 3 and just coming with the tapes and just having that full anniversary. But what started like that volume?
That started off of the post office and Hall of Fame being neighbors. So Rich and Desi, shout out to Rich and Desi. Love you guys. So they did cassettes and all that already. They were already doing that.
Yeah.
You feel me? I just moved in. I'm just like, oh, I seen that and I was like, oh, talk to Desi and I was like, hey, what if I have an idea of like, can we do a cassette tape? But how can I make it different? And I had to think about all that. And then that's when we kind of came up with the idea of just having the one side be a song like their hit, whatever song they want, whatever you want to be around from forever. This is timeless. So it's like that one that you could just keep going, and then whatever new song. Like that's how it started. It was like whatever new song, like any unreleased shit.
Yeah.
That you don't plan on. Like if you drop, like just don't drop this.
This is mine.
This is just like only for the tape type shit. And then so the Volume 3, why we changed. Then it changed to like actually doing it in the studio.
Yeah.
Because then we started getting songs that I wouldn't say that they're just loosies to them. You know what I mean? I wanted to actually like provide a sound that's like all through and make that side even more special. So.
Oh, that's fire.
Right. And then it just happened. You know, it was just like, how can we work together and what can we do? And it just worked. And how can we make it not? I don't know. How can we just? Because everyone's like cassette. It's not nowhere else. Like but it was just like
it makes it special.
It just makes it special, bro.
Yeah.
Collect this shit. Like you don't even have to play it. Just collect it.
That's what I was thinking.
On this is an NFT before NFTs.
No, for real, it's a physical. I love physical merch, and that's why I was like, love the packaging and just love the 3 cassettes and just how you rolled it out, because I'm very obsessed with like packaging and just like physical media and just like tapping into a time that doesn't exist still, but providing it, you know, and just bringing it to life that you can feel it in the new age. So I love the cassettes that from the design, from how you layered it. I was just like, this is such a genius idea, because like there'll be kids one day that'll want cassettes and come back and be like, oh, there's all this rare shit from Tacoma from a time that like no one was making cassettes. Like no one has the access or the time or like the care to do it. So I was really I thought it was really creative and really dope to roll it out in that sense and really give people physical things to love. Like it's not a CD, it's like it's a cassette. Like you could really like pop it open and drop that shit in if you want to. Like just don't burn it out, you know.
Yeah. And it's all numbered, you know what I mean? They're all numbered, so you know which one it is. You might have the 6th one, you know, whatever it could be. Anyway, that's really all Rich though. Rich is the guy behind that. He lives for the shit, all that vinyl any records. He's the record guy.
Oh, that's fire.
You know what I mean?
He's the crate digger. That's
all
fire.
All the way. Yeah.
Come on.
Shout out to Daisy, man.
I love that creative aspect, and just to hear the backstory to it is fire. Because I was just like, because I've always wanted to make like a tape, but like a VCR tape. So my goal, it's hella hard to. It's not hella hard, but there's a way to put digital back on VCR. It just takes like 4 or 5 like little things. But my goal is to figure out how to put something on a tape and release it sort of the same fashion, just because I'm like, that's kind of like, that's the childhood that I grew up on, just having like the orange tapes and just having hella like Nickelodeon, Disney tapes. I'm just like, it'd be cool to be able to provide that in like a some way that you can actually play it, but like just having that physical piece and just being able to be creative in that way is just like it's hella cool, you know. And it goes with the brand, so it'll help just having the Groovy tape.
Yeah, you should definitely do it, bro.
You gotta figure it out, you know.
The cover will go crazy. I already know.
Oh, I gotta get like one of the homies to graphic design something crazy. I need a fake explosion on the cover. That's all I want. I don't like we're in some action movie.
You need that, yeah. You're just running out the fire.
Steven Seagal, you know.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Steven Seagal is a legend, bro.
Yeah, and there's so many ways. Like when we rolled out the first one, we did like a giveaway where we hid like a Walkman or like a cassette player or whatever, and the tape. If you found the box, we'll just, you know, you get a picture of the gym or like a hint of where it could be. You know what I mean? That's
fire.
And that was like a cool thing. There's so many fun ways you could play with like how to roll it out.
Yeah,
like that. I don't know, it's fun.
No, that's hella dope.
That tape though did bring a lot, like not stress, but it is like you have to really think, like you have to really plot who could be on it, and like just off of if people fuck with each other, you know, niggas might not. You know, like,
want to be on the same project.
Or just like on some street shit, niggas might not be able to be on this on some whatever it might be. You just, you know.
Yeah, I feel like you executed that balance well though. I love I was running the 3 all before you got here, and I love the cohesion and how it like gradually like ramps up as far as like tempo and just like having the rock. I think the rock song is like 6.
Yeah.
And just having like just bringing it at like full energy and then just like kind of like coasting me back down. The sequencing was fire. I'm very big on sequencing because I never want to be like, I feel like if you throw me like hella high in the beginning and then just like don't ever slow me down. I'm just the tape feels like it goes too quick. So I love that you gave me I guess those speed levels to really just like something I can ride to definitely at different moments.
I have to feel like, you know what I mean? If you got to think like this is a tape. You can't just skip to the next song.
Exactly.
Like
you can really run it all the way through.
You got to really listen to it. You know what I mean? Who wants to be fast forward? I don't know. I was never in that time. I never had the tapes to really be doing that, but you would have to fast forward through all that shit. So it's really like it's just one long song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's fire. I love that's how you looked at it and really created it.
That shit, man, shout out to Blues. He stepped in and did like a lot, like the remainder of the mixes that was done. I think I did like 4 of them with him. And then I got COVID.
Oh, man.
And it really sat me down, but we had a timeline where it was like, this has to drop. This gotta get going. And like he really put in extra time. He went overtime.
Oh, shout out Blues.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The man who wears many hats.
I know. I was trying to bring him with me today.
Nah, I'm Blues. I know you'll watch this.
Please.
Bring us on, like it or not. Please. I'm trying to tap in. I'm trying to be in the post office drinking beer. It looks like a vibe. Invite me to the vibe.
Bro, bring the cameras when you do.
I got it. Whatever you need, Blues.
We need that one filmed.
You know, whatever you need, Blues, let me know.
We've been pressing our issues.
I'm pressing it on camera now.
Press it hard.
I hit Andy in a DM.
You know,
I'm trying to be on like it or not. You know, I fuck with you guys.
Hit these niggas.
You know, it look fun as fuck. When you see this,
fucking call this nigga. He was like, whoa, hip will explode right now. Thursday.
I need it happening because I just love the vibe, and I'm just like, fuck. I say every time we're in Tacoma, we talk about it, I'm just like, come on, I'm ready. Like nobody be trying to like fuck with us, and I love the Like It or Not platform, and then they've been doing it longer than us. I would love some like, you know, some free game and just to be in the space and just have that energy of like Tupac, them potting for like, I think it's like 5-6 years now, and us being in like our second, just to get that free game and that knowledge, and as well as just have a fucking fun time on camera because we like all know how to like speak into the mic and have that cohesion conversation. So I feel like it'd be fun as fuck. So Baloogs and Andy or Matt and Andy. Let's get. Can we come fuck with you guys? No nicknames. Can we come vibe? Like,
it's happening. That has to happen.
I'm trying to come function.
Like they're not.
You know, you guys lead the wave. I'm just trying to tap in. You know, come fuck with your little cutties.
That's crazy.
Gotta ask the OGs.
It hasn't happened already yet.
No, it'll happen.
We've been talking about it every time we see him.
Yeah,
it'll happen. I don't fault it.
We're gonna do it.
I know.
It'll happen. Because I want them to come on ours. So they were like, when we originally were talking about it, they were like, yeah, like, but you guys gotta come.
That's like a thing. I feel like that's like a.
I'm with it.
Yeah, you got one. You come on.
And then I'll come on.
I seen podcasts that did that the other day. I don't know who I was watching. I think it was I don't know. Gary had it on. It was a UFC nigga that shit. I don't even know.
Oh, the one who be like smoking weed with Joe Rogan now.
Yeah.
He's got his own shit. He's fired.
Yeah,
he's great at podcasting.
I think it's him. He's the one. He has the crazy hair.
Yeah, he's hella dope.
Sean something.
Yeah, he's hella cool.
Oh, Sean O'Malley, or no?
Nah, damn. I know exactly. I know what this nigga looks like, but maybe. I don't know enough about UFC.
He has said something. They were just talking about that. Like, yeah, y'all get on yours, man. Get on mine or something like that.
I'm trying to,
yeah,
cross promote. Let's get it. Let's get it cracking.
The one Tony Hawk had. Either way, yeah. I hear podcasters always say that shit.
Nah,
get on yours, man.
It's a great way to cross promote and like, also like being the interviewer and being interviewed it's totally different. So like,
right,
I might like. We usually don't talk about ourselves unless it like pertains to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be dope just to be like, talk more about like why this exists and things of that nature, just because like it very rarely happens unless like off camera, obviously, because it's a platform that exists because we host it, but it's not about us. It's honestly to celebrate the people we have on and like their accomplishments and what they've done. So like, that's why I'm trying to come on there and fucking talk about it.
Talk your shit. And be in the
hot seat. Be in the hot seat, you know? Yeah. Like it or not.
Like it or not.
You know? So shout out to them. Joint podcast coming soon, you know?
Yeah. That's about to be fire.
It's about to be like a Disney crossover.
Oh my God.
Right now. It has to be recorded though.
Oh yeah. I need it. It can't just be audio. Nah. I might get too drunk and like.
All bets are to pull up. I'm pulling up. There's no camera in there. Yeah,
we gotta be in there like Wu-Tang.
Yeah, we
gotta be in there like
we
Wu-Tang.
pulled up. We're pulling up with Monopoly and Dominoes.
we gotta do it.
We just gotta stand around like Wu-Tang. Everybody
scratch tickets, scratch them off with them.
Yeah, that'd be some good luck.
For real.
You know, I wanted to ask you before we head out on this lovely day. Any plans for the future? Doesn't have to be grand projects, or it could be anything. But what's 2022 looking like for you, QJ?
Looking like consistency, bro. I'm just trying to be consistent. Honestly, like that's all I'm really working on. And I've got a big tape. I'm working on a tape with Big Face Ray right now, and that's kind of the transition of sound for me on a new wave. It's gonna be fun. It's kind of housey. It's pretty housey.
No, that's fire.
It's not on, but mixed with my sounds and what I do. So it's like just waiting for the right time for that. But we should have a single coming out. Either I feel like it's next month though. Get Rich Quick plan.
Come on.
Yeah. And my tape that I've been working on for some years, but I haven't been working on it for years. I'm not gonna say that I've been working on it for years. I've literally had this tape, and I've been procrastinating. And it's easy to drop when it's not my shit. Like it's not, I could drop. It's easy. I don't know. It's different. Yeah. I don't know what's so different about this one. It's because times change and songs change, and so I'll be like, fuck, I'm gonna take this one off, put this one on, take this one off, and then I had a time I wanted to talk over it. I was gonna do some crazy DJ shit, but now I'm about to just host it my way and
fire.
Really just go from there, and then start some volumes and really go crazy on some shit. You gotta come through me. You can run through me if you in the city, bro. We'll get it going.
Okay. Do you have a name for it yet, or
Yeah, it's called Because I Can.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Before we I gotta give it.
Yeah.
Huh? Oh my goodness! Hit the wrong button. They all make noises. And damn.
It's cool basking that, viewers.
My mistake.
No, it's good. It's good.
Let Corey sit in it.
We've been grooving with the South. KWJT. We got QJ.
Oh, I get the live one?
Corey. Solana.